have played before, and it was not pretty, let me tell you. Mazebeans bowing out to that one. But hey, tomorrow is another day. That was quite a while ago.
Yeah, VCA 2022, over a year ago at this point. Definitely not really too relevant, I think, coming into this set. We'll just see how both players are playing today. Space, I want to see something great from him. I've been looking forward to the Space breakout performance for quite a while, and I want to see if this is going to be it.
This could be it. Space coming in. Mazebeans, the challenger. The Scottish crowd is here, and they are going wild as we are going to make our way into the game, opening up here on small battlefield. Let's have a little look-see there, Meryl.
Yeah, and already coming out, both players just going in for a bit of a swing, to be honest, but Mythra, very good at swinging at people, but we'll just have to wait and see who gets the first major interaction win. I think both of these characters can kind of take mini interaction wins, 2 or 3 pieces, but it's who's going to actually get you off stage, who's going to actually take that stage control and, you know, kind of run with it. Or the down tilt from Pirate into the up air, and this is starting to look a bit scary in this first stock already.
Very much so. What I worry about here for Mazebeans is the fact that Space is just so happy to stick to you, just so great at just hiding and chasing, but unfortunately flying all the way down there, smashed right into the stage. Couldn't actually find the kill there as down air comes out. Mazebeans still living at 128. They're looking very healthy on resources.
Yeah, I don't think I see very often saw a character get hit by Pyro down there at higher than 50% and live somehow, but Mazebeans managing to do just for a little bit longer. Oh, can Mythra get abused here? Can Mythra recovery not very good, and it is going to be a cheese against that Pyro Mythra. And this is the problem with Pyro Mythra in the bracket situation. 1 or 2 interactions like that, and your tournament life is just gone.
We got to see if the Space mental is strong enough to do it, as somehow Tilt is punished. Fantastic work coming out from Space there, as they're looking to reverse find an edge guard of themselves, as going to the block into Minecart, making their way back. They return hitbox. Fantastic stuff as we're just building on them right now. The thing is, though, Mazebeans a little bit low on resources. He has to keep scrapping, and he's winning the scraps, which is very cool as Steve, but he's had no time to mine at all. There's no iron, there's no diamonds. Normally when you die as Steve, it's like, great, you've unlocked my second health bar because I've caught a diamond somewhere along the way. But because he has to keep scrapping, he's actually not garnering himself those advantages.
Pyro Mythra, one of those characters that can do that, but that's just going to be
That's it, man. That was...
Anvil.
Are you sure there are a couple more stocks in there?
Not like it. The game didn't think it was going to end, that's for sure.
No, it just wasn't ready. Well, that was a nice casual opening. That was nice and smooth. Yeah, very interesting. I mean, I'm actually super impressed with Mazebeans. Like, there was no real, like... I mean, it's up for debate, obviously. You know, I'll let the Twitch chatters do the Twitch chatting for themselves.
Oh, they sure love
that. Was, but, like... That was just brawling. There was no nonsense. Normally we see like the McDonald's play place creations coming out from Mazebeans. You know, I would be horrified if I had to look at that guy's Tears of the Kingdom builds, all right? But no, that was just fighting. That was just scrapping, and that was just winning. No resources. Didn't even get a diamond that game.
There's a reason why Steve is such a high-level character, because even when the scrapping, Steve is still powerful. Yeah. And the thing about Pyro Mythra is she can put enough pressure on that you can't just sit there and mine. Especially this Mythra. This Mythra is very fast. That landing there, very strong. And already, you can see that Space isn't scared to keep chasing off stage. Go, I know what Steve's weakness is. It's when I get him off stage, if I can hit him a few times, he can just go. But isn't managing to connect that too much. And that is a dangerous thing to do. You can't really side B as Mythra. You're going to be forced to do it again, though. And that down air is going to do it.
Right. It's fantastic stuff. Great knowledge from Mazebeans to avoid that, but great knowledge from Space to actually know to catch the tech there as well. Just building a little bit of defense right there, trying to garner a little bit of iron. He's been finding a lot of success with these minecarts. If anything, I'm kind of wondering if Space is going to catch on. Once again, he's done the same recovery like 3 times. Just that burn double jump into minecart. Going to see if Space can start to cotton on. Unfortunately, that down there going to do the dishes for him.
Down into up air, not actually connecting there. Usually the combo you like to see from Pyro, but that up smash not connected by Steve either, so both players kind of getting away with a little bit of murder there, but that back air is pretty big, and it does beat out the minecart and taking the first stock in this game too.
He will minecart because it is strong, but my goodness, Space will take him out. Space now got the advantage right there, going to find a tilt, going to send him up into the air, but nothing he can really get as the minecart comes through, coming from the spike, going nice and deep.
Not good enough mash to get out of that situation. Mythra also, I think, too deep, even if didn't get hit by the back air, I think would have been dead in that situation.
Fantastic stuff. Not many materials on deck, and not very strong tools either, but we're going to see if Mazebeans, well, what can I say? Shoddy Workman blames their tools. We're going to see if Mazebeans can do this all on their own merit, as they are struggling to get back. Going to be forced to go low because that block is actually in the way, but it's going to force Space to be a little bit cautious when chasing off stage, because you don't want to get caught if you don't have superior confidence in those angles.
Down air into down air, what is this custom combo we're seeing right now, but no actual kill connection right there. The up air still not going to kill just yet. Pyro managing to not kill is quite impressive, to be honest. Good tech on the block.
Great knowledge from Mazebeans as well to be ready for that. It's very, very scary when you face a good Steve like this, but unfortunately, no scoop there for you, Mazebeans. You're going to be thrown right off his space very comfortably in the lead, but one interaction is all it takes, as this is that nickel and dime stuff. I love Spacefall. Just look how he's cottoning it up. It's like Sheik, but it actually does damage.
Yeah, so much pressure in the corner, using this mythical speed and frame data just to keep Mazebeans stuck in the corner, not giving him time to build, not giving him time to mine. Look at that resource bar. There is nothing there. He's trying to get a little bit going now, and that F-Smash not going to take it just yet. What can Mazebeans do though, because this is a lot of pressure, and again, the down air into the block, a very nice way of taking that stock. It looks like Space is going to have to start adapting to that if Mazebeans going to be consistently going to go for it.
That's true. One piece of iron left. Just trying desperately to avoid these aerials coming out. Great patience from Space to force him up into the air. There's the anvil, but that's your last one there, buddy. Oh, didn't wait for the air dodge. Just really, really wanted it. It could be his downfall, as we don't have many materials to play with. Couldn't actually connect that pickaxe either, as if he makes it back on stage, it could just barely go in the favor of Mazebeans, but he's being kept at bay. Just trying to find his way in. There's the spike into the air.
Space, what have you got? This was your game. What's going on right now? You've got to close it out right now, because Mazebeans is putting a lot of pressure on, and this game is all of a sudden anybody's to take. On ledge though for Mazebeans, can he get off? The neutral B not going to manage to connect. Oh, it doesn't manage to connect, but not managing to find the kill. Side B not finding the hit either, and now it looks like we're slowing down a little bit. Both players just trying to find that last hit, not wanting to risk it, but that Pyro dash attack is going to take it and even up the game in a 1-for-1 situation.
Yeah, shame. I saw what Mazebeans was going for there. Just thought if I can slow this down, if I can force them to approach in a weird angle, he thought if I get the gold, that's my win condition, because then I put a lot of pressure and really force them to come into my space, because they know I'm going to get very powerful.
Yep.
And so Space thought, well, in that case, I really have to make a move now. And despite that being Mazebeans' plan, just really wasn't ready for that dash attack to come through. Just a couple of frames away from being able to avoid it, but just caught in the animation.
I feel like I'm seeing so many Pyro down airs here and no conversions are happening, and it's so weird to me. I'm not used to seeing that, you know. I'm so used to seeing the down air up smash, the down air up air, just connecting and killing really early. And I think if Space wants to be a bit more safe in how he's taking these games, I think he needs to try and find some of those connections.
Are you not happy with down air into down air?
I mean,
Are you not entertained?
It was great. It looked cool. It looked really cool, but it's not the kill. It's not the combo that's going to get you the kill, is it?
That's true. It's not going to pay the rent, unfortunately, as Mazebeans already opening up there, forcing him into the corner. But a great little avoision coming up from our good friend Space. I was trying to make our way back to stage. Just a little bit of a scrap in the corner, but it looks like Space is able to reverse it, as once again reversed. We don't need most of this stage.
Why need a stage? You just have a ledge. Both players love ledge, right?
It's where the real Smash Brothers happens. Otherwise, we might as well play Street Fighter. Let's bring my way back on.
Oh dear, but this is a very even start to Game 3. Both players at about 50-60%. But now it looks like Space is the one putting on the pressure. Mazebeans stuck in the corner. Mythra's frame data coming out and just keeping the pressure on. Pyro coming out. A bit scary there because of how the tech of the block came up. Smash not going to manage to connect. But no, punish right there.
Oh, no punish coming out either, but unfortunately just a panic down air is going to force it. Oh, careful, that's fire, buddy. It's forced into the air, air dodge to the side, not quite ready for it.
Just a few buttons being clicked and pressed, and seemingly a bit questionable times there, but no one gets too badly punished for it. Up tilt is going to connect, but not managing to find any kill off it. That back air is going to take the kill though, and Mazebeans now needs to try and find a way to slow this down and not lose this stock straight away. That down throw is a good start, and here it goes. The jab into the back air, down air combos, but no, not managing to get more than 50%, but 50% is still a good amount. But that F tilt is going to take it very big sword. Nice,
great recognition from Space there. Knew that the option was a little bit binary with that block in mind, but a spike coming down. We've seen this a couple times. Makes his way back up just barely there. The reversal is here. Let's see how much Space can tack on, as a minecart is very strong. We don't have a whole lot of resources left on the clock. Immediately the anvil goes down. You've got 3 or 4 blocks there, son. What are you cooking? What can you do with them? As Pyra is here. Ooh, a little bit of a slow one. Good stuff.
Trying to mix up that timing for that down air, so just so you can't parry, you can't get used to that timing, but doesn't manage to find it that time around, but has managed to even up the percent. Gets the grab, goes for some forward throw off stage. Can he manage to connect this edge guard right here, looking for that down air? Not managing to connect though. F-Tail not going to connect either.
I have a feeling Mazebeans wants a forward smash. I don't know about you.
I think Steve's quite like their smash attacks, to be honest.
I'm a big fan indeed. We're looking decent on the resource bar, halfway there, but you're not going to need a whole lot, as just caught in that punishment.
Yeah, I feel like
she asked for it. She said red punishment.
Space just committing, I feel, a bit too hard on with these options on lane. That down air is going to hit, not actually connect the up air just yet. What is going on?
What the hell?
Connecting from either player. The F tilt does manage to connect back on ledge. It's Mazebeans, but hasn't managed to convert these too much. Has Space. The down there still not converting, but very nice patience for that up air to hit. But as I was saying, I feel like Space is just committing a bit too hard to these pyro options, and Maze is managing to cotton to that and find punishments.
Yeah, well, this is that little space tax you like to see. Immediately opens up. What a string. 65, baby. All natural as forced up. Actually reverses that as well. Mazebeans trying to hit the ground. The lack of platforms is really proving a nightmare, but he does have that gold tool that he can put some damage onto. Such fast frames. Catches him in the side B.
Pyra, very scary in this situation. She can definitely find the kill pretty early if you're not too careful. That side B is going to manage to connect, but doesn't manage to connect any follow-up to it. Looks for the down air, a bit too early. Looks for the up smash, doesn't connect either. The S smash from Steve does connect. What is Steve doing? The down air, not managing to kill off the top. What can Space do? And the F smash is actually what's going to take it from Mazebeans, taking a 2-1 lead in this set.
Solid goal, my goodness. The Scottish crowd has exploded in support for their homeland hero. As leading 2-1, honestly, the gold was a very... Steve, one thing I will notice, arguably Mazebeans has really not managed to get, like, any diamonds at all this set. Space is doing so well at piling on that pressure, which means, obviously, Mazebeans has to get very creative in how he does this.
Yeah,
he's got what he knows is quite cool, because Mazebeans, I think Mazebeans knows that Space knows that if he gets gold, he is able to camp him out and make his approaches really annoying. And so what Mazebeans is doing is trying to get gold at all costs. So he just has passive pressure. And that just keeps in the back of Space's mind and just forces him to calculate a few more odds, which, hey, if you're using your brain against Steve, there's so much to calculate anyway, it really can garner you advantage, even if it's just a pixel. As, caught in that minecart, back onto the opening.
Now, I do hear you, but I also do hear Mithra like holding the forwards button. So I feel like to some degree, it's just the way that Space wants to be playing.
The unstoppable force versus the immovable object.
Definitely one of those situations. That's why these two are quite often talked about as the two best characters in the game. Aegis a bit more debatable at the moment, but not managing to connect with that down smash. Both players hitting a lot of percent early, and that back hit is going to take it. Mazebeans opening up this game in a very nice situation for himself.
We like to see a great opening there. Got a little bit of iron on deck right now, but great stuff. That was really good, snuffing that out so early. Equalized once again. Space. This is his last life, all right. If he loses this game, it is all over, and so he's not willing to let that go. Throwing a crafting bench off the side. I guess maybe that's a hint to the fact he's picking up Kazuya. Wants to throw that into the volcano. I don't know. I'll ask him after. As a little bit of a tilt pressure coming out.
We'll have to see if this Mithra can get anything going, and as I say, it does manage to connect at 50%. Mazebeans needs to be able to get something in here. Not managed to find his way out of the corner at the moment, but does manage to find just a way in with that jab right there. Mithra side B actually being used to get back to stage. That's a very risky decision to take up tilt into Nair. What have we got? TNT's a scary one.
Throws it at him, but like you said, just holding forward, doesn't take his own block. Unfortunate as now Space is taking the lead.
Those blocks do take us away sometimes if you're not ready for them. And Space looking like he wants to take it to a game 5, not giving up just yet. And Mithra putting on this pressure, not letting Mazebeans get really anything going. Wooden Tool still on deck. Down throw into the up B is going to connect, and Mazebeans need to try and find the stock before this Mithra damage gets too far.
It is almost comical how broke Mazebeans is right now. Absolutely no currency whatsoever as the back air comes out, forcing him out. A little bit of material left. Isn't really going for those, for those nonsense castle builds. Isn't really forcing Space through an obstacle course. He's just keeping them on deck so he can buy himself a little bit of insurance, just like that. Those blocks that he can slam into, he's got one on either side. You can tell what he's looking for is he's just buying himself a little bit of safety now, trying to catch him out with the back air.
I like this patience out of Space, not going for the option so aggressively, and it does get rewarded with the F smash just a lot more. In the earlier games, we were seeing a lot more just fishing for those stairs, fishing for those stairs, fishing for those stairs. But Space there was just like, I'm just going to stand near you, close enough that if you choose an option, I can react to it.
I like to think that this matchup is kind of like that bell curve where, you start off and you're like, oh, this matchup is so difficult. I have to have so many hits. I have to build so many blocks. I have to manage my resources. It's so difficult. And then you get to top level of the matchup and it's like, I will stand here and F smash.
Yeah, I mean, this
is Pinnacle Smash Brothers.
Is that F smash big?
It's big F smash.
Yeah.
It's a very big F smash. My mother would be very proud if she knew I was here in the beautiful city of Italy in Bologna, commentating an anime girl versus Steven Minecraft.
I'm glad that you have such a supportive parent.
Yeah.
But we are back to FD for this game 5, and we'll have to see if it's going to be Maze or Space taking this. And so far in this game, Space is the one coming out swinging 54%, but Maze is not letting that go, and that's a jab, jab, jab into the up air right there. Equals up the percent, or very close to.
Good job weighing up his options there. Had to burn the air dodge. Knew he would get a little bit clipped on the way out, but just so much better than the alternative. Sometimes you do have to take the hit. Sometimes you do have to take the L because it's just so much better than risking than skewing that risk reward. So obviously just trying to get a few tools on deck. Just so hard. Are we even going to see a diamond this set? I wonder. As just can't seem to buy the time. Guess the crab actually takes out takes out the workbench as well, but that up air going to take it. Mazebeans not looking too healthy right now. Space so confident. There's the minecart.
Yeah, finally seeing a down air into a kill confirm, and very nicely done by Space, and not putting this pressure, not letting this pressure let up at the moment. 24% already onto Mazebeans. Mazebeans stuck in a corner, and I do not think we are going to get a diamond this set.
I just don't think so either.
Down smash not managing to connect, looking for the tech in, but smartly Space just being like, I just want to get away from this block man right now. I will come in when I want to, not when you ask me to. Exactly.
Mazebeans does have that little factor where he doesn't have any platforms, so he's kind of trying to build a little bit of dissuasion, obviously throwing out TNTs, and it's kind of working, all right? Space more than happy to respect that. This is the problem, is that obviously there's kind of a lot of theory crafting in fighting against Steve. Oh, great stuff.
Great patience, just see what the recovery option was out of Pyramithra there, because that is the abusable part of this character. But that back air, huge, gonna bring it out that minecart. Mazebeans goes a bit high that time. Doesn't manage to get punished, but that down air does hit. Not a connection yet. Another down air being fishbowl.
Yeah, still, there it is, he's got the diamond!
But he's only got one stock to use it.
It's only got one stock to use it. There it is. He's got the powered minecart. Can't quite get it. The air dodge back to stage. Mazebeans is fully loaded and ready for action, but Space is just not letting up. It's just looking so impossible for the Scottish blockman right now as the air dodge comes out, just trying to find the tilt chain. Here we go. Can we get a spike? It could be it, but the foresight is there. But he's just drift a little bit too low. Still makes it back by a pixel, Emerald.
I was sure the Mithra was dead from that, but just enough having the vertical motion, and now Mazebeans in a difficult situation. Really needs that stock right there, 84%. That back air coming out, and Pyro is here. What is Pyro got? Down there. That is going to be it. Space taking the set. 3-2, very nice recovery by him.
My goodness, fantastic. Space just letting out a sigh of relief.
I can understand that sigh of relief for sure, because that set was tense.
Just so stone cold coming out from Space there, just not losing composure at any point.
Sorry, I just looked and we were very close to having a Steve Ditto coming up next, but we don't, so we can keep going.
They can breathe a sigh of relief.
A sigh of relief.
As Mazebeans dropping out, fantastic performance from the Scottish homeland hero, but Space moving on to fight